You want me to play nose tackle and y'all two play deep third and just hope?
Last time I played DB, I broke my back. You think I'm being serious? Like I'm being dead ass right now. Like I actually broke my back.
Welcome back. It is
Gigolo, gigolo, gigolo.
We're back. It's the Bayou Boys, better than ever. I'm Alex.
I wouldn't say better than ever, but we're here. We're back. My name's Lance.
I'm depressed, Poochie.
Yeah, I feel like somebody died. Drew Brees' thumb is...
You know what the fuck going on.
Drew Brees out 6 weeks. Hopefully he's back for Atlanta, week 10.
Dude,
I know some guys say, there's no way he's back in 6 weeks. Yeah. Well, I'll side with the doctor.
Certified doctors there.
Yeah. My uncle's fish told me so.
Yeah.
I have inside information.
I'm in a 9.
All right.
I'm in a 9.
For real though, I wanna do something a little different. I know we don't really talk about where we're from and stuff like that. Either way, a lot of people, if you know, you don't know. We all went to Shuman High School. We kind of touched up on it last week with Malik being here. Went to Shuman High School. Well, this week it is rivalry week for us. We play Holy Cross, who is our biggest rival. I don't know. It's been years. Yeah, I think the schools, ever since they've been started, have been rivals. It's how it is.
Because we got a bunch of traders from the parish.
What is it? The
backyard brawl or something, or the backyard bowl or something like that. Because we used to play. They used to play in the Superdome.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
we're poor now.
Yeah. Well, Holy Cross also doesn't have a field, so whatever. But anyway.
But their campus is nicer than ours. Don't forget.
Is it?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. I mean, their food is fabulous.
It ain't nicer than
Well, we're a public school. We have to abide by certain laws.
Yeah, we don't have a choice. Either way.
We don't have a bunch of priests, pedophiles.
I just wanted to ask you guys, over our 4 years, what were some of your favorite moments from this rivalry, whether it be sitting in the stands at a basketball game, sitting in the stands in a football game. For me, it was playing in a football game, or either for you guys, also all three of us playing in a baseball game. What do you think was some of your best moments? We'll start with Alex.
Anytime those cocky motherfuckers come down here and kick their ass. I know, I'll start with some good memories. Mitch put up 60 on him, beat him by 40 in the gym.
Dude, the block.
We were going so crazy that they had to move our student section away from their bench.
That was the greatest day ever.
They tried to talk shit back to us, and we just kept pointing at the scoreboard. And dude, Mitch literally, he catches an alley on the side close to us, and we're all standing up, losing our mind. So then Holy Cross, while Mitch is I think he was looking at us, Mitch was pumping up the crowd, looking at us. Holy Cross tries to run a fast break. This dude takes 4 steps, covers the entire court, and swats this kid into the school. It went down the stairs into the school, and it was oh God.
That's embarrassing.
It was bad. That was great. Football for me, senior year, it was fun to an extent, really.
If y'all would have threw the ball, maybe I would have won.
Well, we say that a lot about
conspiracy theory.
We say that a lot about a lot of the years that
Starting to think Tucker goes to Holy Cross,
but
possibility.
I mean, let's be real. Senior year, of course, it was great playing your rival and everything like that. And I don't take this the wrong way. I was very excited about the game. I really was really, really excited about the game. But I was looking forward to next week so much more. Starting off district with Landry Walker, just for us as a team, I was looking forward to the next week so much more because Holy Cross doesn't do anything for us.
Yeah.
So football wise, it was a fun game to play. Like I loved playing it. There was a lot of people in the stands. It's probably the most people I've ever played in front of football wise. It was great. The atmosphere was cool. Whatever. I was still more excited for the next week when we played Landry Walker.
Another good memory is when Shelmet beat him in football 2 years ago.
Yeah.
With Roper and
when we were sitting in the stands,
yeah, in Dane's class.
Roper and Dane senior year.
What was that, 2017?
Roper, Dane, Nick.
2018?
Roper, Dane, Nick.
I think it was 2017 they beat him.
2017 football season was the 18 graduating class. Oh man, that was a fun game to watch. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm proud of those guys. Finally got it done.
Definitely proud of those guys.
That was a fun game to be at.
Yeah.
And obviously my greatest memory is talking trash for a week before we played them in baseball, and then proceeding to kick their ass on live television.
Not even for a week, dude. We burned your old helmet before the season started at your house.
We had a party to get ready for the game. Proceeded to burn a bunch of Holy Cross stuff. Which proceeded trash talk.
At this point, we were just trying to keep up, like, in our dad's shoes.
Yeah.
Because, like, my dad, they used to, like, get old cars and paint cars, like, in Holy Cross cover, and they used to just beat the shit out of it.
Yep.
You know, and they used to always do stuff like that. Our freshman year,
now you have to be politically correct.
The seniors
do that stuff.
The seniors went and now of course they didn't mean to do this, but they put food coloring and soap in Holy Cross's fountain at the school and actually shut down the water for a week. So
I do remember that.
I remember
what
I think
happened
Jesuits shot up Holy Cross's school with a paintball gun.
That's what happened is I knew a few of the seniors freshman year that actually hid behind a dumpster at our field waiting for somebody to come, and they were going to light them up with paintball guns. Nobody ever came. But, yeah, we actually shut down their water for a week, so.
Yeah, that's when I was at Holy Cross when that happened.
I thought, no, you came with us freshman year, didn't you?
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
You were a freshman at Chalmette.
I thought that was that was our 8th grade year. Our 8th grade year, yeah.
They shut it down freshman year, too.
Well, they did something to Holy Cross's field my 8th grade. They did something my 8th grade year.
I don't remember.
Holy Cross does a lot of shit to them that, like, their coaches do shit and try to blame it to
that possibly could have been the coaches doing that, but something happened my 8th grade year.
Battistella used to do that shit.
The only thing I remember,
their own field.
The only thing I remember was shutting down the water on accident.
Yeah,
but it ended up being hilarious, and I still don't care what they think about it.
A great memory too is Trey Turner's up last to hit in the game, and Coach B turns to Lance and says, "Should we walk him?" And Lance says,
"I said, strike that motherfucker.
Go at that
dude.
motherfucker." And then we went at him, and we won.
I looked B dead in his eyes, and I was like, "Strike that motherfucker." I think
it was 4-3.
And I looked at Rafe, and he just gave me a nod, and I nodded back to him. Jesus Christ. That was a moment.
What you think, Lance? Should we go at him? Let's strike
100% you go at him. There's no
You beat him 4-3.
Fuck him. It's 5-4.
5-4. That's what it was. 5-4.
Fuck him.
Yeah. Great memory. Tagged up, take the lead, shush the crowd.
Pumps up the crowd.
Found Brady in the crowd.
Andrew Brady Johnson gets his first shout out on the podcast. Gotta love it.
Found Brady in the.
Gotta love it.
That highlight should be at the front of this podcast. We'll see.
Oh man, some
great memories.
Great memories from high school, bro. I mean, the rivalry's fun, of course, like always.
Can't wait to watch it this weekend.
Can't wait to hear about it this weekend. I won't be able to go, which
Why?
sucks.
Lame.
I am going to see my godchild. Thank you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Bring the godchild to the game.
She needs to be cultured.
Paint her face maroon and white.
She needs to be cultured.
I'm not bringing the 5-month-old to the game, but I'm going to see my godchild.
For the culture, man. Come on.
Hey, they put up 60-something points last week. I'd love to see that spot.
Holy Cross is pretty good this year, I think.
Yeah.
Shelmet's got 2 really good receivers. Quarterback's good.
Yeah, I do like
Not
Josh.
a great thrower, but
Josh.
he's probably a collegiate running back, to be honest. But
I like Josh. He looked good. He looked good last year.
They played
too.
Sophie B. White. So
yeah.
Us 3 can go put up 60 on them.
I don't know about Pooch, but, you know.
What about what?
Some of them high school boys, bro, they might fuck you up, Pooch. Big old dudes out there.
Pooch is an all-state wrestler, bro.
Yeah, but, like, think about Pooch trying to play DB. All I got to do is throw it up.
Yeah, I didn't think about defense.
I ain't a DB.
Well, if it's only 3 of us, you got to do something.
Me and you playing DB.
Yeah,
Lance is
what
the
you-
nose tackle.
Yeah, you want me to play nose tackle and y'all two play deep third and just hope?
Last time I played DB, I broke my back. No, you think I'm being serious? Like I'm being dead ass right now. Like I actually broke my back.
Who did it? Was it Whitey?
No, it was at Holy Cross, 8th grade year. You could ask Marty. Shout out.
Ruined
Shout
your
out.
career.
Shout out.
Career ending. Career ending.
Shout out.
5'3", 135, DB, Cameron Cure.
Shout out Marty. His dad had to bring me to literally carry me to the truck to the trainer.
Man.
Oh God.
But
oh God.
we were running.
You're with the Saints.
Yes, I am. Sign me. I was a linebacker, but for some reason, every single person that played defense was running up against the wide receivers, and I was like, okay, whatever. I think they put me against either Darius or Xavier.
Oh yeah.
You remember them? They
You
put me
hit.
against one of those.
Pretty sure they both play Division I football.
No, I don't know. Well, Xavier might, but
I know.
I know Darius is at ULM, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go up. And I'm trailing him for a little bit,
You monster.
and then I just jumped up in the air, landed on him.
It's like half an inch, guys.
No,
It's
no,
not-
no,
When he said he jumped, it's
I'm-
it's not a jump.
I'm being dead serious. That might have been the highest I've ever jumped. Highest I've ever jumped. It was up there.
in full pads and everything.
Full pads and everything.
the force
it was
just
up
cracked
there.
your back.
No, I was in shorts, but we had
the
the
shells. Yeah, it was a shells day.
And as soon as I came down, all I just felt was my back just crack and I couldn't walk. And I'm like,
Dude, I didn't. Talking injury wise, I didn't feel my knee until I got home.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever told y'all that story.
yeah, you told us.
Legit, like I did not feel it until I went to take a shower.
Oh, that's tough.
Like I took
That's tough.
my tights off and watched it swell, and I was like, "That's not good."
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know.
that's not what a knee's supposed to do, bud.
well,
Yeah.
shit happens.
So speaking of injuries,
Oh yeah,
Breezes.
elephant in the room.
Breezes out 6 weeks.
I'm depressed.
Torn ligament in his finger.
Guys, you don't understand. I literally sat in my room. I didn't even do my homework. Sorry, Mom, that you have to hear that. I didn't do my homework. I took a huge fat L. But I just couldn't do my homework. Like my teacher said,
Just couldn't get your mind off.
the first day of class, my teacher said, I'm giving y'all 3 free homeworks that y'all can miss, or
That
you
was
drop,
one.
or you're dropping the lowest. I'm dropping the lowest
The
grades.
lowest one,
She's dropping
yeah.
the lowest grades. She's basically like, if you're stressed, if something's on your mind,
That's
you can't do
one,
your
yeah.
homework. Just don't do it. And then I was like, this is gonna have
This
to
is
be
one,
it.
yeah.
I just couldn't physically pull myself together. I was like, because
I think that's how the whole Saints team was.
when I talked to my uncle, and he told me that he hopes that it's a broken finger. I'm like, why? Isn't that worse than a torn ligament? He's like, no, it is not. And people think that he's really gonna be okay after 6 weeks. No, he's probably out the rest of the season. For any of y'all that are wondering,
No, he's not.
I'm telling you, he is gonna be. There's no way he's gonna be able to grip a football after tearing the thumb ligament.
You don't know how severe it is.
I have a.
It
I'm
doesn't.
gonna side with the
I have
professional
I'm
doctors.
Yeah, my side is with the hand specialist in
and I'm not
in LA
yeah.
that's doing the surgery, and he told the reporters 6 weeks, who then told Shefty 6 weeks. So I've
And I'm gonna
also
side-
heard
yeah.
reports of anywhere from like 6 to 10 weeks, but Drew will play this season unless he's out for 10 and we're 0-10 in the stretch that
Yeah.
he's not.
I mean, I'm gonna side with the guy that tore his whole shoulder and came back in less than an off season.
Yeah,
I'm not doubting the determination of Drew Brees.
he's gonna rehab hard.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure he gets everything done. The only problem is when the hand specialist tomorrow morning, because we're recording this on Tuesday. His surgery's tomorrow, Wednesday
I thought it was
Wednesday
yesterday.
the 18th. No, it's
That's-
tomorrow.
I've been looking all over, like saying, like, is he out of, like, to see if he's out of
Yeah,
surgery,
no,
if
it's
he's
tomorrow.
okay.
It's
That's why I was getting so
So-
confused.
He had
His
a
surgery-
second opinion in Houston today.
Right. His surgery is Wednesday, September 18th, tomorrow. Hopefully when the doctor gets in there, It won't be as severe.
Get in there.
And he'll be able to look around, fix it really quickly, get in, get out. You know, everybody's praying for him, wishing him the fast, speedy recovery. We'd love to see him back. Definitely when he comes back week 6, not week 6, when he comes back in 6 weeks and it's the Falcons in the Dome, that place is going to be nuts. We might win that game by like 6,000.
Yeah.
Definitely will be a fun experience to watch that game when he
This
comes
is the
back.
biggest test in Sean Payton's career.
Yeah, they said that. They said that 100%. This is the biggest test that he's had.
And they're not wrong.
They're not wrong.
I mean, I don't doubt Sean Payton. It seems like he does his best work in the middle of chaos.
Well, this is what I was about to say. I'm not gonna be that guy and be like, oh yeah, Sean Payton is still gonna be great without Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Obviously, Drew Brees
He's gonna take
helps
a step
him
back,
helps him a bunch. But
I'd
Payton,
say it's the other way around too, though.
Yeah,
Sean Payton helps Drew Brees.
Sean Payton is also a very, very smart, talented guy. Yeah. Like he knows football. He knows Teddy. That's why he kept Teddy.
Yep.
Because he knows Teddy.
That's what I'm saying. Do. Like I've been hard on Teddy, but then I'll go back and rethink about it.
Teddy's been running Drew's offense.
Yeah.
When you give him Teddy's offense, it's going to be a little different.
Yeah.
I was telling Pooch this before you got here and before we started this, obviously. Basically, we're going to run the same offense.
Yeah.
But
it's
going to be tailored to Teddy. So instead of throwing the 10-yard out to Michael Thomas, which is only a throw that like Drew, Aaron Rodgers, Russell, and Brady can make, instead of throwing that out, MT's still going to run that out, but there's going to be like a slant or a drag coming across, and that's going to be Teddy's route.
Dude, you're giving up our whole sauce, man. What you doing?
Yeah, because Pete Carroll's listening to this. If he
is,
by the way, hello,
yeah.
But Pete Carroll's not listening to this.
He's still got to
Yeah.
He's still got to find ways to get Kamara the ball.
Yeah, you got to get Kamara the ball. I think Latavius plays a big part in this. I think Latavius plays a big part in this week.
Yeah, that too. We just got to find a way to get our weapons the ball, and that was not happening.
Right. True.
Teddy's holding the ball way too long.
I think he has to settle in. I think he'll be okay. I want Teddy to know.
Like off. I don't hear myself.
No, you're on.
Am I?
Yeah, I can hear you. Teddy, I just want Teddy to know that this city has his back. Nobody hates you, bro. There's gonna be people that obviously, if you don't play great,
that shouldn't matter because this is Teddy's chance. If he fails right here, he's not gonna get.
He's not gonna get another job.
I think also, like, you know how Teddy at Louisville, he was a scrambler a little bit.
Not really. He's always been a pocket guy.
He was. I'm not gonna say
he can run, but he's a pocket.
I'm not gonna say It's more of like a only if he has to scramble.
Yeah.
It's not. There was no design.
He's not no Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
scrambler.
there weren't designed runs.
He's not a running back.
It's not RPO action. He's a pocket passer, but he's a mobile pocket passer.
But the thing is, like, I think he's a little more into the pocket passing, being with the Saints and following Drew and Sean's scheme.
Right.
And I think that's what he was trying. Like,
we're gonna dial it back some. Like, we're gonna run a lot simpler routes. It's gonna be simpler throws that we're gonna get out of him. Right now, like even in the preseason, you were running this complicated offense.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And they weren't game planning either.
You weren't game planning the preseason. You were just calling plays and whatever the hell happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're gonna game plan against the Seahawks this week. We're gonna see what happens. Their DBs aren't that good. They should have people open. We can't drop balls. As long as we protect, I think the only person we have to protect worry about.
We need to find a way to get Kamara in space.
You need to get Kamara in space and away from Bobby Wagner. I mean, I don't even think Bobby Wagner can cover him. I'm just saying for like running purposes, keep him away from Bobby Wagner, which is it's Bobby Wagner.
Just find a way to score more points than them.
Yeah, well,
that's the plan.
That's the name of the game.
And you know, it's time for the Saints. All these Saints guys, they want to get paid. Like they yell.
You got to step up.
You need to step the F up. All right,
especially Lattimore.
If you don't perform right now, then like Kamara, if you keep getting shut down, bro, like how can you justify getting paid? Because I can argue that Drew Brees is the guy that's in there.
That made you.
Yeah, he's getting in there. He's manipulating the defense to get you on a matchup. Not every quarterback can do that. So
see,
your value is going to drop if if you can't make stuff happen without Drew Brees.
MT still ended that game with 10 to 12 catches,
Yeah.
something like that. So I'm not too worried about him. Now, Kamara, I do understand. Don't get me wrong. The Rams were a good defensive team.
Very good.
A very good
They
defensive
weren't
team.
as good as we made them look, though.
No, they're not as good as we made them
No,
look.
but
Aaron Donald was just disrupting our offense.
Right.
And Teddy was holding the ball.
He
very long.
did it a lot less.
Stats-wise, Donald wasn't on.
No.
Donald wasn't there. But if you go back and watch the tape, it was just like
he did the damage. He
right.
broke Drew Brees' hand.
He did.
By doing that, he literally took away every chance we had. But even in the points of like the run game and stuff like that, when you have to put 2 and 3 guys on him and you can't single block another person and they get through and stuff like that. So obviously Aaron Donald wasn't there stat sheet wise. Kind of like the same thing with J.J. Watt. Wasn't there stat sheet, but just them being them, it does so much that people don't understand.
I think that's the biggest like downside to being a defensive lineman is that people they look at your stats and you might not show it, but you're actually doing your job.
Well, the problem is when you get that good, you get triple teamed.
Exactly. You're right about that.
When you're that good and you're getting triple teamed, it's kind of like the same thing. I don't know if y'all saw the clip from earlier this year of Devontae Adams counting the DBs on him.
Yeah,
there was like a throw. It was like a corner throw, and he like pulls up and he counts 3 DBs on him. At that point, what can you do? There's 3 people guarding you.
You can't.
Know?
It's very hard to
right.
Exactly like
triple coverage.
People try to say, "Oh, Michael Thomas was 4 for 36 in the playoffs."
Yeah, he had 3 people on him.
Yeah, of course.
You know who you are.
Yep.
I think outlook for the next 6 weeks for us, man.
Try to win 3.
I think personally we go 3-2, but I think
wait.
He's gonna be out 6 weeks.
He's gonna be out, but there's a bye.
Yeah, we got a
We have
bye.
a
That's
bye.
right.
It's
That's
only
right. I was
5
just about to
games.
think that.
It's only
we got
5
a bye.
games. He's gonna be out 6 weeks. It's only 5 games. I think we can go 3-2, but personally, I feel that we can get out of this 4-1. I do not think Seattle is that great. I think we can cover Will Dissly and DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett.
I forgot they got DK.
Russ, obviously Russ is Russ. He's going to put up points.
Is suspect.
Either way, Russ is Russ. I get it. He's going to put up points.
Around.
I don't think Chris Carson is great. Chris Carson's good. I don't think Chris Carson's great. And then defensive side of the ball, it's Bobby Wags and Clowney.
And you see,
and that's it.
We took another big blow, too, with Anzalone being put on the IR.
Right.
That's another big blow.
That's what they went and got Kiko Alonso for.
Yeah, you still have Kiko Alonso because they knew Anzalone was still
I know,
dealing
but
with his injury.
it's still like...
It's a blow, but...
It's a blow. Huge blow. It is.
I don't think it's huge. I think it's a blow, but I don't think it's huge.
Anzalone's a big part of our defense.
I know, but I still think Kiko Alonso can play that spot.
I'm not saying he can't, but this is still Kiko's first year. Your
boy gets hurt every year.
He's a vet, and Anzalone's been hurt too.
Anzalone gets hurt every year. This is like a recurring thing.
Don't get me wrong. It's a blow. Anzalone's a very good player, but do I think Kiko can still do the job?
They're like the same guy.
It's not like us saying Drew got hurt and then me saying, do I think Teddy's going to be as good as Drew? Well, hell no, he's not going to be as good as Drew.
Right.
But he might be okay.
But like they're the same player.
The thing with Kiko, it's like, hey, he could be as good as Anzalone. It could be the same exact thing.
Yeah, they're both 4-3 outside linebackers that can cover. Like that's what.
Right. My boy Tyler Reese, y'all know Tyler, huh?
Yeah.
He by the way, shout out to Tyler. He has watched every single episode from start to finish.
He texts me about it every single time.
Every single time. Shout out to Tyler. But he was telling me, should they just up and cut Anzalone with the amount of how long he's been hurt? I mean, he's on the IR almost every season.
You just don't pay him.
Yeah.
You just pay him less. You're not gonna cut a good player like that. But
and that's what I told him. Like, I don't think you cut him yet.
When it comes into contract talks, they'll get into that and they'll be like, "Hey, man, look, you ain't played a full 16.
So I'm
not giving you full 16 money."
I think he did last year, but his first year he got hurt, and then now this year he's hurt.
The first year was a pretty bad one.
Right.
Oh man. So how long? When's our bye week for LSU?
Not this week, but next week.
And then we got Utah State.
We got Vandy. Might be Vandy, Utah State, then a bye.
No, because Utah State's No,
It
that's
is,
right.
it
That's right.
is.
It is because the bye comes before
Florida.
Florida.
So it's Vandy. No, I think it's Vandy by Utah because we play Utah State.
No, we play Utah State
October
during
5th.
that. Yeah, no.
Is that in 2 weeks?
Yeah,
That is when we're playing because I have tickets, so no.
yeah, that's
October
correct. Yeah,
5th.
October 6th, and then homecoming week of Southeastern, which is the October 12th. That's the bye week because I know we don't have anything because
So it's after Utah State?
it's after Utah State.
What?
Getting Skivo.
Who cares?
Gets taking us this week. He said we're 3-0 when we prepare on the road.
Who this? Who?
The Saints are 3-0 because we're in Seattle right now. We
Yeah.
didn't come home.
Yeah.
When these road trips happen, Git said we're 3-0, so he's taking us this week like he's betting on us.
So I'll say
That's what I said. I was like, dude, I really think we could beat the Seahawks. I really do.
Yeah, it's possible.
I think we beat the Seahawks, and I think we can steal the game from the Bears on the road.
Anything's possible, but
that's tough, dude. Bears on the road.
Mitch isn't good.
Their defense is though.
they didn't hold.
Who's blocking Khalil Mack? Because nobody can do it.
Yeah, but all we got to do is catch a pick.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about.
Oh, the fucking...
Yeah. So
The O-line was trash this weekend.
well, Teddy was holding the ball for like 30
And
seconds.
I understand that. But
Well, you had a rookie on Aaron Donald.
they had a lot of holds, though, too. That's
Well, that's what happened. Like, people don't understand. Drew Brees gets the ball out in 2.5 seconds.
Right.
That's the most he's going to
There's
hold the ball.
no way...
That
there's
makes an
no
O-line
way.
look good.
Yeah.
But our wide
Same
receivers
thing with Joe
weren't.
Burrow right now. He's
Oh,
getting the ball out of his hands so fast.
Our receivers were a problem, though, too. You had drop passes, both from MT and Jalen Cook, the worst out of
Jared
all
Cook,
of them. Jared Cook, I'm sorry. Jared Cook was the worst out of all of them. I mean, but
I agree.
Michael MT even had a couple passes that were wide open, should have been caught right here. Teddy threw perfect passes, but he dropped them, and that could have set us up for either a field goal
It's
or a
just-
touchdown.
it's just
People are
different,
saying
though.
they counter my argument of saying he holds the ball too long, saying nobody's open, and I'll say no, there are people open. He just doesn't realize it. Like you watch some of the passes Drew Brees, so like the one in the
people
beginning,
aren't open, yeah.
like the beginning of the game, like Drew Brees was rolling out to his right and he threw a ball.
That
Like-
should have been picked off,
Yeah,
but it gets
but-
right through the fingertips of...
Well, like
yeah.
there was like a foot of separation, and Drew Brees put it right there. Like there's people open. He's just not good
You
enough
got
to
to
get
you
it
got
there.
you got to be a good enough quarterback to make those plays.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm not saying he's
But
not a good
that's-
enough
but
quarterback,
that
but he
also
doesn't.
that also comes with the scheme.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
in the scheme for Drew to be able to make these
Yeah.
throws. That's not going to be in this week.
I think Sean Payton's going to try to lean on the run this week and get
Yeah.
a lot of play action, little short plays.
Well, that's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
flat.
Once you establish a run game, like let's say Kamara comes out and we run the ball down the field. Like, of course, we throw like slants and hooks and stuff like that. But let's say we get down the field mostly running the ball, right, guys?
Yeah.
And Kamara punches it in. When they come out the next drive, they're going to be like, dude, we got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. Kamara gains 5 yards. We play action. Somebody's deep, wide open, and that's a touchdown. So it's literally it's on Kamara this week, honestly.
Yep.
It-
Kamara's got to make it happen.
The run game has to be established, whether it's Latavius or Kamara. It has to be
Well,
established.
it's got to be a combination, and Mike T's got to get. We got to hit Mike
yeah,
T. on
Mike will be
slants.
open.
We need to get him on slants. Like he needs to earn his paycheck. When Drew
There's not
Brees
a
is out.
person yet. There's not a person on that field that can guard
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
this week.
That's what I'm saying. Like we paid you all this money. Go
Yeah,
prove
he'll
it.
be
Go prove
open.
it. We
He'll
need you to
be-
step up because Drew Brees is hurt.
He'll be good this week. I really do believe that.
So Pooch, I looked it up. It's Vandy by Utah State, Florida.
Ooh, that sucks. I
Why?
won't be able to see the Florida game. I'm being hammy.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh well. But I think the problem, Jared Cook looked bad.
Not really.
I'm not gonna say he
Yeah.
looked bad, but this is
Before
another.
Drew
This
got
is
out,
another
he
thing.
had like 3
I was about to
passes.
say this is another thing. Think about practicing with one person
And then
for an entire offseason.
Right. I
and
could
then some
understand
dude
that.
just throws
Right.
in. Now, it might be like the same speed and it might look the same on TV, but the ball's just different.
Yeah, it comes out different.
It comes out different.
no,
it takes
Teddy was slinging that thing.
it takes time to get used to. So like I said, let him practice this week, then we can criticize.
Teddy was firing that bitch. He was slinging the ball.
I would definitely say let him practice this
The
week.
Saints also
and we'll
need to-
figure it out.
Need to go get another quarterback because
Well, we
like
just put JT Barrett on the practice.
yeah,
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can't have we can't use Taysom in the same way if he's the
Right.
backup. Like if he gets hurt, then
Well,
you're fucked.
the thing about Barrett, we only put him on the practice squad, so we're going into this week with two
That
quarterbacks.
scares me.
So I don't know who the emergency guy is. It's probably Kamara.
Yeah, just snap it.
Just snap it to
Yeah,
him.
run like Wildcat shit.
Yeah,
The
it's,
Jets did that a lot last night with Bell.
yeah,
Just
because
snap
they're
the
out
sh-
of quarterbacks.
I didn't even watch
too.
the game last night. I should have. I had homework
Odell
to do.
made a
but
catch, same exact spot.
Yep, one hand.
Dude's a legend.
I did see
He
that
also
though.
housed a slant.
Yeah, and Jarvis was
Yeah.
In
all
MetLife.
behind him.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard. Well, I saw Mikel. He tweeted something like OBJ was like he's glad to be back.
Yeah,
at
they were
MetLife.
talking shit to him. It was like Jets fans. But like they were always like, "Oh, it's glad that your fucking punk ass is out of New York, this and that or whatever." And he like turns around, and he's like, "I'm still the king here." Then he houses a 89-yard slant and shit like that, and
He's still the king.
yeah, it's crazy.
That boy crazy.
What would y'all think of if we traded for Eli Manning?
I would love that. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it could work. I think you put a vet in the situation in our offense. He fits the
In his
scheme.
hometown.
In his hometown. He quarterbacks us for 6 weeks, hangs out on the bench while Drew takes us to a ring.
Yeah.
He wins
He'd have
another
3
ring.
rings under.
He wins another ring. In his household relationship, he establishes himself better than his brother.
And let's say this.
I like it.
I don't now
It's not
personally
gonna
personally, don't get me wrong.
You
I do
pay-
not
yeah.
think that Eli Manning is better than Peyton Manning. I'm saying from a joking
bragging rights.
brotherly standpoint, he establishes himself as better than his brother.
Let's say this. The reason I like it is a time. No person or doctor, I should say, is 100% knowing of when that timetable. It could take him 8 weeks, 9 weeks. It could take him the whole season. It's a torn ligament.
Mm-hmm.
The people heal differently.
Yeah.
It's just an estimate. He's
I'm
estimated.
a bet on Drew Brees will be back before most people.
And we hope, all of us can hope so. I hope so.
I'm just saying, like, just look that guy in the
it
face.
sucks.
And you know.
It sucks knowing that your favorite Saints player ever isn't going to be
I'ma
on the
be-
field.
I'm gonna be completely honest about this. Drew Brees in 6 weeks could possibly be 55% ready to go, and he's gonna tell you, he's gonna look in your face and tell you he's 100%, and he's gonna go play like he's 100%, and you're not gonna know he's hurt. So he might play this entire season.
Well, that's what he did last year. Like
That's what
I
I'm
tell
saying.
people, he threw a pick against the Falcons last year, which was pass interference, but
With broken ribs.
didn't get called. He got blown up by Trufant. Played the end of the year with broken ribs.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, he will go out and literally play 100%
Right.
and then deal with it when he gets home.
I think that's what happened. Like, I knew it was bad when he dropped that football. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, he's done. He's done.
He dropped it like he touched a hot stove.
Exactly. Like he didn't even like try to like grip it, like
Yeah, he didn't
throw
even try
around
to
with
throw
it.
He just tried to pick it
He
up.
literally picked it up
Yeah,
like
he
two
just tried to
inches
pick it
and then
up,
dropped
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like that's how you know it's bad. But back to what I was saying, I think we should trade for Eli because, like I was saying, you never know somebody's heel
Well,
time.
I
And
think a thing with Sean not trading for Eli, I don't think he wanted to jump the gun yet.
No, you got.
He wants to see if Teddy can do
Well,
this.
they're not gonna unless Teddy like completely shits the bed.
That's what I'm saying. You
But
have
they
to
paid
let
him
Teddy
$7
do
million.
this. Yeah.
You paid him $7 million. Like
You have to let
yeah,
Teddy
you gotta
do
let him
this.
do it.
Now, if we drop 3 in a row,
Yeah.
don't be surprised if we make a move.
We got to. There's no
But,
unless
right.
they put Taysom in. But
But it's still going to be a change. If we drop 3 in a row, there's going to be a change.
I think
But if
last week
Teddy-
we're probably better off running Taysom Hill read option 40
Yeah.
times.
But if Teddy comes out and plays well, there's no need to trade.
I think he's gonna play better just because they're gonna tailor a game plan for him.
Yeah.
Get him some
Yeah.
easy
I
throws.
think we're okay, dude.
I
We're
think-
talented enough.
I think the biggest problem of last
It's a
week-
top 5 roster, top to bottom in the NFL. I think they were just shell shocked last week.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's
I
see
think
what they do.
everybody
I mean-
everybody was just upset as us, and then for the 3rd game in a row, we have a terrible call that literally changes the entirety of the game.
Yeah.
Drew goes down with the injury. Everybody's freaking out. The Rams are moving the ball at us. Oh
Trey-
shit! There's a strip sack.
Trey
Cam
Hendricks.
Jordan Cam Jordan houses it, and they're like, oh, no, it was an incomplete pass. And then you look at it on the replay, it's not even close to being an incomplete pass. And then they come out after the game for the third time and say, yeah, we messed up.
People
Sorry,
need to
guys.
start getting fired, dude. I'm
It's
tired of this.
ridiculous.
Yeah, and that
Like,
was
they don't get fined. They don't get like.
Let's not even think about the Drew Brees injury, even though that hurt us a lot. That's an entirely different game if we had
That-
those 7 points.
also that was the Super Bowl referee crew.
Yeah,
Super Bowl referee crews usually let shit play out.
right.
That they're supposed to be the smart one
But
to be like,
it's just a random time that they blow this one dead. Yeah,
and it's funny how all of a sudden they come back and say,
fucking Foot Locker.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard you, Cam Jordan. Fucking Foot Locker.
It's funny how they come back all of a sudden and be like, oh yeah, we should have just like let the play go and then we could reverse it later. Why didn't you do that? You're the Super Bowl. I wouldn't want you reffing my Super Bowl.
I'm not saying it's against us. I honestly believe there's not refs out there that are just like, hey, fuck the Saints. I think we're just getting the unluckiest of the draw. But I'm tired of getting the unluckiest of the draw because shit like this shouldn't be happening.
And I agree with you. I hate being all the time like, oh, the NFL is just out to
Right.
get us. They're not out to get us because we make them fucking money.
My thing about it is it's not so much of it happening to us, it's it happening in general.
Right.
Like
Nobody-
you shouldn't, if you're an NFL official, you should know when the 10-second runoff should be from.
Exactly.
If you're an NFL official, you should know to let the play run out and then you look at it if you think it was wrong.
They sure to get it right though when Tom Brady threw a pick second.
Yeah,
in the
well,
AFC
of course
Championship.
that. Yeah, whatever.
But it's bad when nobody's getting consequences. Even
Well, yeah, they say there's consequences, but shit don't happen.
no.
It,
You'll
they let it
see that
go.
you'll see
They-
that guy
now you
come
have
Sunday.
now you have commentators talking about it, saying it's terrible. You have NFL analysts that are saying it's terrible. Now you have not. Don't. When I say NFL analyst, I'm not talking like Stephen A. and Colin Cowherd because
Yeah,
don't worry
yeah,
about
screw
those
those guys.
idiots. The
You
the,
see
the
what
people
Colin
that I'm-
Cowherd tweeted in the middle of the game?
What did he
Was-
say?
Yes. Oh my god.
He was like, "Look at it. I told y'all about the Saints. They're undisciplined.
Yeah, he said
not
it-
well coached.
He said last year he was
Like,
like the
all-
Saints were not a good football team last year.
All the greatest quarterback of all time just got hurt and everybody's shell shocked. You fucking douchebag.
He look, if it's not L.A., Dallas, or New England, he don't care.
Hey, his daughter's hot though.
Yeah,
Friggin' smoke show.
she belongs to the streets. I don't know if y'all
She,
saw that.
she
bit.
belonged to the streets.
She belonged to the streets.
No, she favored a tweet that said Baker Mayfield's probably pounding.
No way. No
She
way.
liked it. She liked it.
That's awesome.
Oh shit.
She belonged to the streets.
But no, for real, man. NFL officials, that ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely.
What did I wanna
ridiculous. There's
say?
no
Shit.
way that anything like that should happen.
They need to start having consequences. People need to start getting fired.
They need to get fired. They
Demoted.
need to get suspended, cut pay,
Yeah.
whatever. Just something.
Maybe we should do a lockout. You know, they did say there's gonna be a lockout next season
We'll see. I hope not.
People hate
Especially
us.
if Drew Brees.
because of the new CBA rules coming out.
especially if this season gets ruined.
Oh my god, dude, that's gonna be a long off season. A long off season.
What do y'all think about Jalen Ramsey? A lot of people.
he fought his head coach.
A lot of people saying the Saints should trade for him.
I understand his frustration though, because
Well, they said he gets mad when they play zone. He wants to play man.
He wants to play man.
and I kind of agree with that. I
I don't know enough about the Jags to.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
AJ Bowie can play man. I mean, they played
Oh,
man
yeah.
for a while, and if you even look at it, Ramsey, like when he plays the Steelers, he has like 7 picks a game
Yeah.
every time he plays them. You know, so I can understand the frustration, like especially with him being a captain on the defense.
And they need to their strong suit is defense.
Right,
But what they do is they play zone and they throw the ball 50 times.
right.
Like you drafted Leonard Fournette, top 5. Pound the ball.
Pound
bro.
the ball, exactly.
Like your quarterbacks keep getting hurt. Just pound the ball.
Wow,
Play
also,
defense.
I also believe that if Nick Foles was there, this would be a different team.
Yeah, it would
A
be.
little, it would be a different
It
team.
wouldn't be 0.
But here's the thing: if your captain, like you said, he's the captain. If your captain of the defense is saying you should play man, Not just because of him, but I mean, he truly
Well,
thinks
then
that they
again,
should-
he seems like a locker room issue. He's all since he was at Florida State, he's always
Right.
been all over the place.
But what was I gonna say? He wants to play man because he knows he can. Him and
but
the
does
defense.
does he know that's what the defense coordinator is for? He's trying to look out for the whole defense. He might think, I could lock this guy up.
But they're losing, so why not change it up?
Poochie, it was 6-6 in overtime, so obviously the defense is doing pretty good.
But maybe he thinks they could do better. I don't know.
Well, I'm
I
just
wasn't
saying,
watching that
that's
game,
not
so
your thing, dude. Like, do what the coach tells you to do. That's not your place. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Like, the defense is doing just fine.
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. People,
I think what started the argument is like, Jalen would come out and say, "Hey man, I think we should play man, blah blah blah, whatever." And
I'm
the
sure
coach
it wasn't that
and the
nice.
coach, it probably, I know,
I'm
but
sure he probably threw his helmet at the cooler.
Right.
Right. We need to play man, bro.
the coach and the
We need to
coach
play man.
and the coach probably didn't make it better. He probably came off and said,
Shut your ass
"Shut
up.
your ass up," blah blah blah. This had nothing to
Are
do
you
without
a pussy?
football.
He didn't call him a pussy.
Right? He didn't
Are
say
you-
you're a pussy. He was like, "Are you a fucking pussy?" No, okay. But for real, he probably came off and was just pissed at him for throwing his helmet. So then it spurred into that, and it gets even worse. And
Yeah. He probably showed up.
heat
the
of the
coach or
moment.
something.
Yeah, he probably showed up the coach walking. Like, basically what happened was they probably played zone. They got a touchdown scored on him, and he walked off field like probably under his mouth was like, "Should have played fucking man, bitch." And then the coach loses his shit.
That's my
That's how
argument.
it always happens.
Everybody says, "Oh, the Saints need to trade for him. The Saints need to trade." I'm like, one, we have a really good, healthy locker room. Why you want to bring somebody like that in? Two, I don't know if he got paid yet. I think he did. I remember he.
But we can't pay him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even if you did pay him,
Right.
you still have to pay Kamara. You still have to pay Ramczyk. You still got to pay all these guys.
The only thing I'm worried about with this whole Jalen Ramsey situation is I heard that there's one NFC team and they're the front runners
Cowboys
for the trade.
Cowboys,
It's the fucking Rams.
the Rams.
The Rams want to send him a 2020 first, a 2021 first, and a 2021 third.
Oh, you can't pass that up.
That's my only fear is that he ends up in LA.
They need to trade Fournette to the Saints too.
What do you do with him?
Dude, that's a perfect.
You
That's
kick
a
Latavius to the curb.
that's a perfect compliment to Kamara.
That's what I'm saying. You just kick Latavius to the curb.
I mean, he's only got a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
He hasn't really done much yet.
Well, Leonard's got to prove himself this year too, because I heard if it's not after this year, they're gonna be done with him
Hopefully,
too.
he goes to somewhere else.
Yeah,
and
but what?
somebody gives him the ball
Again, how can you prove yourself if your team doesn't even feed you the ball enough?
That's what they said.
Yeah, well,
That's on them.
you know what organization he's with, and
That's
they're-
That's Jacksonville's problem. That ain't my problem.
Jacksonville's got
For
a
Leonard
problem.
Fournette's sake. I hope they do get rid of him.
Yeah. For
I
him as
hope
a
so,
player,
too.
because I want him to be good, I hope they get rid of him.
I'm not
but-
saying I'm
Right.
disagreeing with it. He should get.
If he went to
should
like
be
if he
there.
went to like Seattle or somewhere they're gonna
that
pound the
needs a
ball,
running
yeah.
back that's gonna actually give him the ball. Yeah, it makes sense.
Dude, if he's with the Packers, that'd be good for
Yeah.
him. The Packers run the ball. They just haven't had a running back.
Especially with Rodgers being able to spread the field.
Like Aaron Jones, he's decent, but he doesn't
good.
get the job
He's
done.
good. Jones is good.
He's on and off.
I mean, they're 2-0. They're rolling right now. That defense is pretty good, but I mean,
He did give
they're-
me 25
yeah,
points in
they're-
fantasy this
Y'all see
weekend.
Aaron
Fucking good.
Rodgers yelling at his coach?
Yeah,
No, I didn't
Shut
see
up,
that.
dude. I hate Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Who doesn't?
but that's the same thing. Like, look at the difference between the two players. Jalen Ramsey. Okay, let's compare them position wise. We can say Jalen Ramsey's number one corner in the NFL. We can't say Rodgers is the number one quarterback in the NFL. But why does this one quarterback get whatever he wants? He can yell at the coach and all that. But then there's a corner over here who literally does everything for this.
My same argument last week. Talent. Aaron Rodgers is talented. Him and
You don't
Patrick
think
Mahomes.
you don't think Jalen Ramsey's were talented?
Yeah, he does. He does. But I mean, I guess like quarterback, like you invest so much into a quarterback.
Yeah.
A cornerback's a little different.
I don't know. I feel like a guy like Jalen Ramsey, like, you can't drive him to a point where he asks for a trade. Like, you got to be able to cool yourself off I understand as a player,
But like
you're not supposed to do that shit either.
that's
but
what like I don't understand where like these teams like they're just I'm gonna just trade Minka Fitzpatrick. I get a first round pick. Well, what are you gonna do with the first round pick?
Yeah,
You're gonna try to get Minka Fitzpatrick. You trying to get a player like that.
like that.
Yeah. So what? I don't know. I just don't get it. Like,
Yeah, I don't get
if
it either.
Jacksonville gets 2 firsts and a third from LA, they're still not their probability. The probability of them getting another Jalen Ramsey is not
very
good.
low.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see the amount of picks they have though for just this year?
Yeah.
It's
The
insane.
yeah, it
Yeah,
looks
they
like
got like
Dolphins.
they got like 4 first-round picks.
Looks like my Madden franchise.
Yeah. like you put it on a rookie and they just started handing shit out. It was like, here, you can have this, you can have that.
I mean, when they're giving up all their talented
that
players.
that team is pissed too. Like that team as a whole, like the
Yeah,
players
they
are
all
pissed.
want to get out.
They're so done with the tanking part of it, and
Is that the Dolphins?
the owners,
Talking
yeah,
about the Dolphins?
yeah, and the owners like, oh, I want Tua, and everybody's like, well, why can't we worry about this season? Why can't we play this season? And
Dude, they got Fitzpatrick. Fitz
that-
can make some magic if they let him. They don't surround him with the talent.
They got Josh Rosen. Eventually, they're gonna have to see what he can do.
right,
Oh, that's right. They did get Rosen.
I don't,
That was a stupid trade in my
this
opinion.
point, like as a player, you just got to play for yourself. Like,
yeah, you got to play so when you can get out in free agency,
do you have something?
you
to
can go
show?
somewhere else.
Yeah.
They
They,
got- they
have
get-
tape that you could show other teams.
They
Right.
They got rid of a first-round pick to get Rosen, correct?
No, I think it was a second. Or was it? I think it was a second. I think they gave up a second.
Yeah, that's a steal, honestly.
Yeah. Well, not really. They're gonna draft a quarterback.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
Dude, and the Steelers, dude, that's a top 10 pick now. Because your boys Big Ben's hurt now, so like that's gonna be a high pick. Like I don't like the Steelers roster is not as good as the Saints. Like they're not gonna stay in contention. Like James Conner's a good player, Juju's a good player. They got young players on defense, but still, they're not gonna win a lot of games without Big Ben.
Dude, how unlucky are you if you're a Steelers fan? How much does that hurt?
I know.
You lose Le'Veon, you lose AB, and now you lose Roethlisberger.
If I was the Steelers, I wouldn't have traded for Minka. I would have tried to tank and get a good quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, that's
How much
what I don't
longer does Big Ben
understand.
have?
I mean, they like Mason Rudolph from what
Yeah.
I hear though.
But
so.
what I don't understand is why would you your defense is pretty good. Why not? So if you got Mason Rudolph now, who you're pretty high on him, why not trade for another wide receiver?
They needed help on defense. They got Minka Fitzpatrick,
Yeah,
which is
they
a
needed
big upgrade.
they needed help on defense. They needed more help on defense than they needed on
But I
offense.
thought their
'cause you still
secondary
have
was
Juju.
okay.
It was Joe Hayden.
See, the Saints, I would have traded for Minka Fitzpatrick before I
Yeah,
traded for
for
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen
Because
Ramsey.
Minka Fitzpatrick still has like 3
It's
years
also
left.
it's
on his
also
deal.
easier to get Minka Fitzpatrick than it is to get Jalen. You don't give up as much.
Right. That's
And
true.
I mean,
He's
don't
still-
get me wrong.
yeah.
You don't get the same caliber player.
Well,
but
it's still a big upgrade from
it's still
Vondell.
a giant upgrade.
Yeah, but we play a lot of zone, correct?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we do play man and blitz a lot.
We
too.
play man and blitz, but like we literally only play man when we're blitzing.
Yeah,
If we're not blitzing, we ain't playing man.
right.
That's just how it is.
but still, like,
I don't.
Yeah, no, I mean
think
we
I-
blitz a lot too. Don't get me wrong. Like we still play man, but
the defense needs to step up.
I don't.
the defense does need to step up. But I do.
They were playing great before Brees got
Well,
hurt.
I was about to say this too, and shout out to my mom. My mom knows
Shout
more.
out Lisa.
My mom
Lisa.
knows more than literally some of these people that talk on Twitter, like saying that the defense was complete ass. The defense was on the field for 80% of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were tired.
It was like friggin' LSU.
People don't understand that. Like they were literally like, oh, the defense was this, defense was that. I was like, guys,
They held strong. Yeah.
they literally were on the field for 80% of the game,
Yeah.
and they held the Rams without a touchdown until what? The end of the second quarter?
we were playing great until your boy got burnt twice. That was our two downfalls.
Like it
Yeah.
was, we gave up a big play. Like we literally were stuffing them,
Lattimore got
and
burnt
we give up a
twice,
big
yeah.
play to Brandon Cooks, and then we literally goal line stuffed them.
Lattimore.
The Cooper Cup.
Lattimore got burnt twice.
Right.
The Cooper Cup play was like the nail.
But that was in the
nail in
end of the
coffin.
game. They were already tired. It was done.
That's what I'm
Who
saying.
was guarding Cooper Cup?
It was zone.
It was Lattimore was guarding him.
It didn't look like he kept up. Like
it was burnt. It was
did.
burnt coverage.
No.
It didn't look man.
Cooper Cup
but-
ran a dig and had like 5 yards of separation.
Yeah.
Then Lattimore jumped on his back, couldn't make the tackle.
And then he ran in between two
Yeah.
people, whoever it was, Demario Davis and somebody. But still, either way, they
But
were still on the field
just
for a very long
look at-
time.
I'm not mad at it because Cooper Cup's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, that's what I said. I kind of wish he could have scored that touchdown because he was on my fantasy. team.
I was like,
that's
"Grr."
When they wiped it, I was sitting in the daiquiri shop with Calvin, and I was like, Fuck me,
Who was that? Who was that tackled him at the end? It was was it Klein?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was Klein. Klein was like hauling ass, and he was like, "I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, guys, that like my mom said, they were on the field for 80% of the game. Cut them some slack.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can set up some drives this week, keep them off the field, keep them fresh.
Get some play action, some.
I mean, of course, we have defensive linemen running 80 yards with a football when he should have scored a touchdown, and they say no. So, whatever.
I housed it, Mama.
LSU Vandy this week. What y'all feel?
LSU by 65.
Yeah, Purdue threw for 500.
I might make my first bet ever and take LSU and just see how it goes.
You ain't gonna win no money off of it.
I know. That's what happened.
I think our defense is gonna make a stand.
Hopefully they have
step up.
Hopefully they have a good bounce back week. We didn't play too well last week, but it wasn't horrendous.
I think this is more like with Todd Harris out being now. You got to see what you can do without him.
I also think, and I understand it's Vanderbilt, but first SEC game of the year, you kind of want to set the tone. If we come out and put up 60-something on an SEC team, you know.
I like what Joe Burrow said in the press. He was like, if you're not going to be happy about starting the SEC play, then don't get on the plane.
It's not so much of us beating Vandy like a big statement to the world. It's a statement to our team itself. It's like, hey, this is how we're starting SEC play. Let's keep it going.
Right.
It's not so much about throwing a statement to the college football playoff voters like, yeah, we blew out Vandy, make us the #1 team in the nation. No, we're not saying that. We're just saying we're starting off
like we're setting the tone, and we're not coming here to play. We're coming here to win the SEC and make it to the playoffs.
Joe Burrow's got to keep improving his Heisman.
Yeah,
this dude here, dude. I'm loving him, dude.
It's awesome.
He's on pace to destroy Rohan Davies' all-time passing record.
Yeah,
dude.
It's crazy.
I hope he does, dude. Like that's just crazy. I wish it was somebody from Louisiana. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, just to know somebody that is an LSU quarterback.
He's got a real shot now, especially with Felipe Franks out. Like that, the Florida game becomes less of a challenge. I think Trash did look good, but I think when people start game planning for him.
I didn't see the Florida's second string quarterback. How does he look?
He looked good. He led 3 straight. When Felipe Franks got hurt, it was 21-10 with like 13 minutes left.
Right.
And then he came in and led him 3 straight scoring drives and brought him back to take the lead. Kentucky goes down the field, got like a chip shot field goal to win the game, and he misses. So, the guy looked good, but then again, like I don't think there's a reason he wasn't starting. You know what I mean? Like when people start game planning for him,
I mean, you're gonna
start showing his weaknesses.
You got Felipe Franks in front of you, so
dude. Upslide alert! I really do think Tennessee's got a shot this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. That's just my personal. I just want to have a feeling because Tennessee's 0-2, kind of frustrated.
No, they're 1-2. 1-2.
Wait, started out 0-2, lost 2 terrible games.
You're 0-2 against real teams, so
I think Tennessee's gonna come out and play.
They're probably the biggest shock for everybody.
Yeah.
In college football in general. I mean, you don't see an SEC team like that who's had such great history in college football.
Well, they've been down. They've been down for a while now.
Yeah, but not that down. I mean, they're an SEC program. They're one of the top.
Yeah, but this is what I was about to say. When you say down, they were still winning. 7.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
7 games a year, and you start off 0-2 with losses to.
I never did like that.
To Georgia State,
and BYU.
BYU's an underrated team.
Yeah, I know BYU's,
but at home. At home, that's
for an
so
SEC
bad.
program that has 5 national championships, and you would think is one of the I'm not going to say one of the better programs,
top
but
10.
Yeah, they're not elite, but they're not terrible. Like they're a great program, and they should.
They're like not saying like team wise, but like program wise, they're right there with LSU.
Yeah, they are.
They're all
a top 10 program.
Over
history.
the history of both schools. They're just like LSU, man.
Right.
And to be 0-2 to start the season, to be 0-2 to start the season, I wouldn't even know what the hell to say if LSU did something like that. Like
Then again, like I don't think LSU could be as down as Tennessee just because of their natural talent.
Yeah.
Louisiana produces so much. I mean, like back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, LSU wasn't getting that talent.
Right.
It took Nick Saban to get here and show everybody. Like look,
yeah,
this is,
I can
they
recruit.
have so much talent in this state. Well,
Right.
not just that you can recruit, but it's like, why aren't we winning? There's so many NFL players that come from this area. And he made LSU spend money, and that's what made him good.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all saw either today. It got announced Nick Saban this year is getting inducted into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame.
For what? I mean, yeah, you won a natty with us, but
Just like
arguably
I said,
the greatest college coach of all time.
he brought LSU back. Like
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like he's arguably
he
the
won
greatest.
the first natty in 40 something
Right.
years to LSU, and he like LSU wouldn't be what it is right now if it wasn't for Nick Saban.
I guess.
But I'm just like
Joe
that's
Horn.
the truth.
Joe Horn's also getting inducted
Yeah.
to that. I don't know if y'all
Like
saw
he
that.
brought LSU, like when they brought him from Michigan State, he made LSU start spending money,
Right.
made him into a real
I
program.
forgot that he
He-
came from Michigan State. That's
He
funny.
brought LSU to heights that they've never been before, and really once he did what he did, they realized like, okay, this is what LSU
This is
can
what
be.
you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And this is
Well, there was a quote. I was reading an article about it. That's how I know about it. The top of the article was a quote and said, "If I could change anything in my professional career, it would be not to leave LSU."
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was newsworthy.
I
was just trying to see what y'all think. Like,
Do y'all understand how different it would be?
yeah, if he would never left.
We would have like 9 national championships right now.
I know.
Bama wouldn't have beat us in the last 12 years at all.
Yep.
We'd be unstoppable. We'd have Tua.
Yeah.
We'd probably have Trevor Lawrence too, to be honest.
You know, at the time that he left, I wasn't really big into watching sports, listening to sports. You know, what was the reason he left?
Well,
go
the
coach in
Dolphins.
the NFL.
The Dolphins.
I know, but why didn't he just come back to LSU
Because
after?
because
they didn't
we,
want to pay
we
him.
didn't want to pay him, and Bama was
Okay,
like,
that
"Here's
makes
$100
sense.
million."
he was trying to use the Dolphins as he was trying to get more money out of LSU.
Right.
And Skip Bertman, I guess, didn't want to pay. But here's a story. Like, I was little. We were building our house on Sylvia. This is before the storm.
Right.
And we were living in my grandma Patsy's house. And I remember LSU was searching for a coach. And I went in a room. Me and my dad were watching ESPN. And we couldn't find a coach. And I remember telling my dad, I was like, dang, dude, I don't know if we're about to find a coach. And my dad was like, don't worry, we're going to find a good coach. And then a couple days later, I remember seeing Les Miles on the screen.
Right.
And the rest is history.
Where did Les coach before us?
Oklahoma State.
That's right. I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
He had that.
Dude, he had a big win last week. Y'all seen that shit?
Yeah.
a
Kansas.
huge win.
That was their first conference
win in a few years.
in like 9
It was
years.
Yeah.
no, it was like the first conference road win.
Yeah, first conference road win.
It was. They were like 0-12.
If you look at their schedule, though, I don't know if they win another game.
Dude, they've been winning like 2 games a year for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I was surprised. I thought Pookie was off the team.
Puka?
Puka. Oh God.
No, he got suspended for domestic violence.
Yeah, it's domestic violence. I thought he was off the team. I didn't hear anything about it
He
after.
got suspended for
Is
a couple games.
what's his name? Mike? Is it Mike Lee?
Yeah, he's still there.
He's still there. This is
Yeah.
probably his final year, huh?
Yeah, he's a senior.
He was pretty good. Well, he's still.
In high school.
Yeah.
He was a
He was
freshman.
really
he was a
short, though.
freshman. He was a freshman All-American. That was the last you heard of him. Now he makes like Big 12 all second team.
He's just a big hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude can hit. What else we got, Alex?
Well, we talked about Florida, Felipe Franks breaking his ankle. Oh, I wanted to get what do y'all think about? Do y'all think they should have waited to introduct Nick Saban after he retires, or you think? Do y'all have a problem with that?
I just don't understand why they're doing it so soon.
I don't think that. I don't think his little ceremony is going to be the greatest thing.
I don't at all.
I think people are like. There's going to be jokes made around. There's going to be. We're probably going to say like somebody's probably going to say something, and
I think they should have waited till after we beat them.
Well, the ceremony's not till the summer, I don't think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, that's gonna be funny.
I don't know. Either way,
That's
I
gonna be
don't.
funny if
I
it
don't
is.
disagree with it. I do 100% believe he should be in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame.
100%.
But I don't really know when you do
Yeah,
it.
I
Maybe it is when you retire.
Yeah, like
don't
you said,
know.
I don't disagree with it. It's just I don't think it's the right time to announce it. I guess
Yeah.
it isn't.
He's probably like the most influential, other than Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Like you can make an argument. Nick Saban is the most influential person in Louisiana sports history ever.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause,
You
like,
could
if
make that argument.
If he signs Drew Brees in Miami,
In Miami.
like the Saints don't have Super Bowls.
Right.
LSU's probably still winning that. He might have a Super Bowl in Miami.
In Miami.
Like, just think about like all the things that could have happened.
Right.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Yeah. Or he could have just stayed.
He
in.
doesn't. He
Yeah.
doesn't go back to Bama.
Oh God,
If they get Drew Brees.
that sounds so beautiful.
Yeah.
Just him not going back.
Yeah.
Or
but
he
then-
could have just stayed at
But
LSU.
what's your sacrifice here?
Yeah.
Would you rather sacrifice Drew and the Saints, or would you rather sacrifice
LSU basically
Or
got
LSU.
sacrificed.
Yeah, it's just, LSU sacrifice easy. We wouldn't have a Super Bowl right now.
Right, that's
if
what I'm
we didn't
saying.
have Drew. So yeah, I mean, at least I lived.
we still won a natty when
Or he could have just
what's his face
stayed.
was gone.
Or he could have
No,
just
he didn't.
stayed, and we could have got
Yeah, we
Drew too, and we'd have 9 national championships and
Yeah.
a
well,
Super Bowl.
Whatever.
Yeah, he didn't even. He didn't
Or-
even have to leave.
Or
to the-
Katrina could have stayed the
Dolphins.
fuck over there.
go that way.
Stupid hurricane. Piece of shit.
There's a-
They got 2 tropical storms out
They
there.
got
right
one in
now.
the Gulf right
there's a
now.
depression in the Gulf right now. What's new?
Yeah, it's gonna be
End of the
storming
end
this
of the
weekend.
end of
though.
hurricane season.
What we
yeah.
looking like on time, Pooch?
Oh,
right over an hour, I think.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, I was
Let's
just
keep
wondering.
going.
Man.
I think we're running out of stuff to talk about here.
Yeah, we
Right out of
Yeah,
the
Right
I'm just
an hour.
depressed. That's all
Yeah,
it
that's-
is. I don't
We apologize for this episode. It's a very
I
depressed
don't know,
one.
man. What can you fuck.
Rest in peace to all the 9/11 people. No, like seriously.
Rest in
that ju-
peace. Yeah.
That just passed. I don't think we said it for last podcast.
I don't
Yeah,
think
we
it was,
did.
was it time? Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, we recorded
No.
on the day.
7 days ago it was 10.
So
it
the
was
day
Wednesday. It was
before.
the day
It was the
after.
day after. It was the day
Oh,
before.
sorry
Yeah.
about that.
But yeah, man, I've been so and when I say depressed, I'm not really depressed. Like I'm okay.
I just
I'm
feel like
fine.
somebody
I just,
died.
Yeah,
It's just like a
it
gloomy
feels like
feeling.
I'm missing something. Like especially like don't get me wrong, I'm
Because
so
we
I'm
hyped
so
this
excited.
season up so much.
I'm so excited. I'm ready for Saturday. I love to see LSU play. Like of course we're gonna blow up Vandy. I'm really excited. But when I wake up that next morning and I'm like scrolling through my fantasy teams, I'm just like in my head I'm gonna be like I'm gonna watch this game, but it's like, do I really want to watch this game?
Yeah, no.
Like,
I was
do
debating the other day. I was like, I'm not even watching Saints till we play Atlanta.
Yeah, I was just I don't
I
know,
don't
man. It
want
just
to.
it feels weird.
Well, listen to this shit. I had Drew Brees and Big Ben was my 2 fantasy quarterbacks.
Who do you got
It
now?
just sucks.
Huh?
Who you got now?
Kirk Cousins and Dak.
Hey,
Dak's
Dak.
How did you get
Dak?
Dak? I tried picking him up.
No, this is my other league.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our league.
Yeah,
Dak's-
I have a dynasty league, which I traded a 2nd-round pick for Drew
Dude,
Brees.
Dak's a good pickup, man. I
I've
got
been
him in
having
my other
I've
league.
been having him.
I got him in my other league, and he's tearing it up, dude.
Yeah.
That's why like we have. I don't
That's
think
why,
we have a
yeah, That's what
shot.
I'm saying. I'm not giving us that Cowboys game.
I don't think we have a shot. Dak
I
and
think-
Zeke
I
right
think-
now are
I
just
do think
killing
I
the
it.
think
Dome's
everybody-
going to be live that night, though.
Oh yeah, I'm going. I'm still going to the game.
Bring me.
I'm still gonna be screaming my ass off.
Got a ticket for me?
But no, but like I can make an argument for every other team. It literally except for the Cowboys. Like don't get me wrong, and it's not a knock on the Saints. It just
I mean,
if we can't score, then it's just gonna turn into what the Rams did.
it's kind of hard to not knock the Saints though, in a sense, because I mean we are banged up, but I see what you're saying. Like, I mean,
There's
it's
just
gonna be
nothing you
tough.
can- there's
There's nothing you can do.
about it.
There's nothing you can do.
The Saints, though, they're kind of catching a break because Cam Newton's out right now. Like, a bunch of like, teams
I
are
said
getting
this.
hurt.
I said this earlier too because
I gotta hope the Falcons
they were
don't run
talking
away
about
with it.
because we were talking about. I was like, all right, so let's say we go. Let's say we go like 2-3 out of this. When Drew comes back, we have to win every game.
Yeah.
And then somebody came back. Somebody texted me back. I don't remember who it was, and they were like, "Well, it's gonna be tough, especially if we don't win a majority of these next few games coming up, literally because of we would be in the wild card spot." And I was like, "Whoa, what makes you think we're gonna be in a wild card spot?" The Falcons suck. They're still not good.
Yeah.
They barely beat the Eagles, who I don't think are very good. But either way, the Falcons are not good. Carolina looks awful.
Carolina might be one of the worst teams in the
Yeah,
league.
Carolina looks awful, and the Bucks are the Bucks. You know who the Bucks beat? Carolina.
We could possibly win our division.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we can be 11-5 and win the division, which is I'm totally fine with. We can be 10-6 and win the division.
We could be 9-7.
We might be able to be 9-7 and win a division, which I still don't have a problem with.
I saw that prediction on Twitter this morning, saying that I don't know why y'all people are freaking out. He comes back week 8?
Week 8.
Week 8, week 9.
We just gotta try to find a way to be 4-4, 3-3.
Yeah,
Dude, we could be 3-3 in this span. 3-2 in this span.
We just cannot be.
I just can't believe we're in this damn situation.
We can't have when
hurt,
Drew
man.
comes back. We can't have 3 wins in general. We have to have more than 3 wins.
If we lose more than 3 wins, we got to. If we lose more than 3 games in this stretch, in this 6-week stretch, we have a problem.
Then we can start freaking out. But until now, my advice for everyone out there: keep calm, stay safe. We're gonna be all right. Teddy, we'll figure this out.
Yeah, the crime rate definitely went up.
Even if we lose,
tweeted that.
Even if we lose to like Seattle and Dallas, I'm still okay. Like, we still play the Jaguars and we still play the Cardinals. So while I do think Kyler Murray has the chance to light us up, and rookie quarterbacks tend to light us up, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Here's my thing with that game. Like, we're at home for that, huh?
Yeah, it's
at home for what?
We go to road. We go go to Jacksonville, at home for Arizona.
One of Cam Jordan's biggest things is getting his hands in the air and batting passes, and
Kyler's short. Yeah.
So if we can keep him in the pocket, although I think Larry Fitz could probably torch
everybody.
Lattimore, which that's good for my fantasy team.
Yeah, I do have Larry too.
I like us in that matchup.
Yeah,
I think we're okay. I really do. Like I said, I don't think the Bears are that good. It kind of depends on Mitch. Now, if Mitchell Trubisky comes out and he's lighting us up, we ain't got a shot.
I wouldn't doubt it.
But if he comes out flat, we have a shot. We can win that game. But if he comes out and he's like, he's got 190 and 2 touchdowns in the first half, we're
Figures
screwed.
out 23 is vulnerable.
Yeah, we're screwed. Yeah, I mean, my thing is keep calm this week. Obviously, we're looking for a nice weekend. I mean, if Chalmette beats Holy Cross, LSU beats Vandy, somehow the Saints pull it out, maybe things will turn around. Everybody will start getting, a little back into it. I'm not going to say it's a must-win for the Saints, but I'm saying if you win,
it'd be nice.
This changes the season. This changes a lot of people's point of views, right?
Perspective.
It changes a lot of people's vision on what's coming up.
I think it's gonna be the next 3 games.
So we're not. I don't
win or it's right. Teddy's got to prove himself the most, and I think he's gonna come balls freaking deep.
I don't think
into every defense.
I don't think we're in a must-win yet, but we can make this happen.
Let me ask this: I did see something. I saw something saying that this is Teddy's audition.
Yeah,
it is.
Do you think we re-sign him after this season?
No, it's his audition to go somewhere else.
Yeah. So you don't think he's?
I think Drew Brees is coming back next year.
Yeah, I do too.
Especially with him being hurt, he's not. Especially if he can't come back.
But if he doesn't, even if
I think we're gonna draft a quarterback early.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Whether we sign Drew or sign Teddy, if we're signed both, we're still.
But this is his audition for the league. If he goes out and shits a bed.
Well, if he goes out
with the Saints or with somebody else, he's got to prove himself.
Yeah.
It's a make it or break it. All right, we're running short on time. Y'all want to do some
Lance's locks?
Lance's locks, yeah.
Got any locks?
LSU Vandy, obviously they're gonna cover.
Anything else?
LSU will beat the spread, of course. Let's see.
I'll go Kamara over 100 yards.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I would love to. I know my fantasy would love to see it.
What else? Hopefully, I'm definitely down for the LSU. LSU will cover. Maybe Joey will throw for 4 or 5 again.
I'm gonna say Joe Burrow breaks the single game passing record this week, which is
520,
23 yards.
23.
Also, Rohan Davis.
That's shooting.
The
for
thing.
a lot.
The thing.
I mean,
my problem.
Still
my
an
problem
SEC
with that
team.
is my
They're
problem.
terrible.
Yeah, but they're terrible. My problem with that is we're gonna get so far ahead at one point. We're gonna start running the ball. So 523 is tough, but it's possible.
I don't think they'll start running. I think they'll put Miles Brennan in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if the game stays close for
if they keep up a little bit, I could see Joey breaking it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't know about a lock, but look out. Be on the lookout.
I would
Alex's
keep up,
lookout.
We're definitely gonna keep up with the Shelmet game. Obviously, if you guys want to keep up with that score, I'm sure we can keep on top of like retweeting the scores that the Shelmet page
Yeah.
posts.
Oh, here's my Lance's lock. Shellman under 20 passing attempts.
All right.
No, dude, they're running the spread now, bro.
I could have seen that coming from
They're
China.
running the spread
Been
now,
hearing that
bro.
since 8th grade.
I could have seen that coming from the moon.
Jesus Christ.
One of my locks is I do have the Saints beating the Seahawks by a field goal.
It's a lock.
As a lock.
I can. My thing is, I believe it. I really do.
I think
I don't think the Seahawks are good enough on defense.
it's
now,
not even just that. I think in the back of the Saints' mind, they got to prove people wrong right now.
People don't realize how good the Rams are.
Yeah.
They're not great, but they're still one of the top defenses in the league.
Yeah,
Well, one of the
top teams
in general.
I wouldn't
but
say like defensive.
they're
They're
defensively
complementary. Well, they play complementary defense.
defensively, I would say they're like maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going into Seattle, which kind of sucks that we're on the road. But we're going into Seattle, who literally have Bobby Wagner and Jadeveon Clowney.
that's it.
That's it. Their Legion of Boom is no more. There's no anything like
There's
that.
no-
like,
there's-
of course they're going
One
to
of the
scheme
starting
against
linebackers
us.
don't have a hand,
Oh God.
so he can't pick.
Of
Teddy
course,
off, so.
of course they're going to scheme against us, but it's not going to be what we saw last weekend.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't nub us.
You know,
Yeah.
it's fun. It's funny. I saw some like Madden videos of him catching like
Before it
one-handed
came out, it
interception
was a
with the
one-hand
nub.
interception with the nub, and I was like, if this shit happens to me, it's not gonna be pretty.
And this shit-
It's not gonna be pretty.
like,
I might have actually been banned on Twitter. I got suspended from Twitter last year after the Bama game, but like my account might have been banned from Twitter
I've
because like
seen-
I'd have had nubs people like, who does this fucking fat fuck think he is? This is bullshit. Like it would have been bad if that shit would have happened.
I've
to me,
seen
dude.
I've seen him catch like with the
No,
nub,
they're
though.
100%. He can catch. He can catch,
But
with
not no one
hand.
hand.
But like the
Not
clip,
one nub
the
did.
clip. Listen to me. The clip that I saw.
I was about to say that.
The clip.
It's not even a one-hand
clip-
catch; it's a one nub catch.
The clip that I saw. I swear to God, this was the clip I saw. Like because
We're
they
gonna
were
get in
doing.
trouble for this.
They were Madden was doing like beta testings, and they were like letting certain people play and streaming and stuff like that. I swear to God, the one clip I saw was an Odell with the nub. Like he like ran back and was just like, and I was like, no, we're not doing this. This is not happening. I was like, I will curse somebody out. This will be bad. But they ended up fixing it. Like a lot of
respect
times.
to people.
I
with
hope
nubs,
so. I mean,
I respect it 100%. To play in the NFL like that is insane.
Yeah,
but
that's
you still,
insane.
You still can't catch it with one nub.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
give a fuck
sorry.
what you say. Like you might nub it to your chest, but you ain't just nubbing it. That ain't happening.
You're not Odell.
you ain't
Yeah.
no fingertip in it.
And like I said, that was a video game, of course. But I still would have been pissed at it because it's not realistic at all. But video games aren't really realistic, but
It should be.
in that sense, that
Madden
should
sells itself as a realistic
yeah, but it's
sports
not
game.
realistic.
It's not
yeah.
at all.
No.
I was when I did the trial version. I threw a
How
pass.
was 2K?
I don't play it.
Well,
I heard
know
it's
Lance
trash.
told me
I
not to
didn't.
get
Yeah, I didn't pay for 2K. I game share with Dylan.
Dylan, game share to me, punk.
We can't. It's one person.
I didn't know you could still do that.
You gotta. What you do is so like, you would log into Alex's. You would log into on Alex's PlayStation in your account, and you set Alex's PlayStation as your home PlayStation, and then he does the same on yours, and then you can just download each other's games if you buy them digitally.
And then you just switch it back.
Yeah, like for me to get 2K, I log on to Dylan's account when he's like in class, or just like I just tell him real quick like I'm logging on.
Y'all can't like play it at the same time.
No, you can play it at the same time. But what I'm
That's
saying
the
is,
problem I have. I can never play at the same time.
oh, we can definitely play at the same time all the time. I played.
I must be
that's what
doing. I must be doing something wrong then.
I'll send you a
I
video.
think what happens is the person I share it with doesn't put theirs
as the home
as
PlayStation.
a home
Yeah, you
PlayStation.
have to do that. It's like that's the key step.
I think that's what happens.
But I mean, that's who I played. I played 2K with Dylan. And that's what I do. But I mean, it's fun. But like the 2K nerds, like the high up 2K heads, they were like, it literally feels like 2K 19 and a half.
and a half.
Yeah, it's just like they upgraded like certain little things.
I thought they like overhauled the whole thing.
Well, they did, but they didn't do as much as they said. So like when
Madden every
when you
year?
can when you can pick your badges this year.
Yeah.
Like you can pick what
Yeah, I've seen
badges
that.
you
Is the
want
My
this
Career
year.
better? Like,
I personally I enjoy it.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
It was
again,
made by
I
LeBron.
didn't pay for it. Like it's hard for me to say because I didn't waste $60 on it. I just put $20
I
on my
wasted
card.
$60 on Madden. Like,
I just
they
put 20
stole
bucks.
my-
That's
I'll
why I
never
don't
buy
buy.
Madden
That's
again.
why I don't buy these sports games until they
Yeah.
have their huge sales for Black Friday.
I put my $20 in the 2K and upgraded my player a little bit, but ever since then I haven't wasted any money or anything like that on it. So I'm playing a game that cost me $20. So of course I don't have a problem with it. But Dylan or anybody Madden 2K that buys the legendary versions, like the MVP editions and stuff like that spent $100 and $200 on the games and stuff like that just to get all the extra bonus shit. Those are the people that are complaining because it's like, dude, I just spent all this money, but you gave me the same game.
Madden every year.
Well,
Every year.
But I don't pay for Madden. Madden comes out around my birthday. I just get it for my birthday every single year. Madden has been my birthday present for the last 14 years, just on whatever system I had at the time.
EA, bring back NCAA football.
Yeah, please bring back
Please.
NCAA football.
When's that maximum football or whatever?
Dude,
coming
I
out?
heard a good point. Somebody, September 27th. I'm definitely getting that just to support
Just
it.
to see it, yeah.
Well, because think about it. If you support
Well,
it,
if you look into it, like the dynasty mode, like the gameplay probably isn't where it should be.
where it should be, yeah.
But like the dynasty is so in depth, like the recruiting, all
That's
that
cool.
stuff.
right?
That's
but
why I'm against.
think
Because that
about
looks
it.
cool.
If
Like,
you
that's the type of shit I'm into
if
anyway.
it sells and they support it,
Yeah.
either
It'll
there's
get better, yeah.
two things are gonna happen. One, those two Canadian guys are gonna make a shit ton of money, and then they're gonna take half that money and put it into the game development so they can make even
Or-
more money. Or some big company's gonna buy it.
Well,
And
my other counter to that is EA says fuck it and brings NCAA back
well, dude,
to try and counter it.
in 2
Right.
years,
And people would buy
it's
NCAA again.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, they're gonna pass a bill where you can make money off your likeness and.
Well, they're
it'll
already
be
they're
bad.
already starting that in California.
Did y'all see the Mike Leach?
I saw
interview?
it popped up. It
when he
popped
was
up on
talking
my
about
timeline,
California, and
but I didn't click on it.
can I play it on here?
I don't care.
I mean,
I'll
you could edit it out.
yeah,
if
I'll
it
edit
sounds,
it
I
out.
don't think it's gonna sound like shit though. But I'm gonna find it. He's basically talking about. He has two good rants. One is on all the mascots fighting, and one is on the bill.
Oh, wait, let's talk about that for a second. I personally believe that athletes in college should not get paid.
No, I do not.
Did y'all see the
I
Tim
don't
Tebow
think-
thing?
I didn't watch
Tebow
that
said
video
everything
either.
he needed to say, and I don't understand why people
Tebow
are
had.
pissed.
I sent it to y'all because me and you were arguing
I
about what's
watched
more
it.
popular.
Right.
I watched it.
And I just, like he just made like a certain like obviously I know more people watch professional sports, but my argument is more people are more passionate about college sports.
College, exactly.
Right.
But
I still got to do
hold
that.
on, let's finish
math.
this Mike Leach and
All
then
right.
I'll pull up the
Well, I just wanted to get on the topic of the
yeah, and
the
then
paying
we can
players.
we can move on. This is the Mike Leach.
We don't even have to play
This
the
is the Mike
Tebow thing.
Leach.
I think there's a lot of stuff, and I'll let the lawyers kind of flesh that out. But I do think if everybody's not given the, if everybody's not, in other words, if you create a recruiting advantage beyond what already exists, I think it's going to be very difficult. I think there'll be a huge imbalance, and you'll destroy college football. And I think they ought to be very careful of that. And the other thing, if you can do stuff like that, I mean, surely if if you don't like the way the guy's portraying something, you should be able to cut him on the spot, pretty much, I would think. And then, of course, then are we going to have a draft? Then are we going to have trading? Then are we going to have free agency? I mean, how far does all this stuff go? So I think we ought to be careful with that. Or maybe we ought to just have minor league football.
Yeah, I was about to say, it
Have
turns into minor league
minor
football.
league football, and then those guys can do whatever they want, But the state of California has trouble keeping their streets clean right now. So my thought is that they probably ought to focus on that. That's just one guy's opinion, and I'm sure I'm probably wrong. But but at the rate that California is handling their infrastructure and some of their other problems, I think that we'll see how they do with that before. I really think it would be that beneficial for the legislature of California to enter into college football. And if you see benefits to them entering into college football, I'd love to hear, because they seem to be determined to do it.
First, I'm gonna just say Mike Leach is a national treasure.
I love it. I love
Loved
Mike
it.
Leach. Always love listening and
But
stuff
I
like that.
agree with everything that he just said. Like, let the
Yeah.
NCAA figure it out. Obviously, it's a problem.
It's gonna turn into
Yeah.
minor league football because you're gonna have to implement trading. You're gonna have to implement
Well-
free agency.
Well, the bill is that people can make money off their likeness. So like,
Right.
if like
They
you
could
play at
get
LSU,
endorsements.
yeah, like
Yeah.
if you play at LSU and walk-ons wants to pay you $100,
then you can do that.
but
yeah.
like, what if they have a car salesman in Alabama that wants to pay this 5-star $1 million
he's gonna
and-
go to Alabama.
and an
yeah.
endorsement? Like,
yeah.
Mike Leach at Washington State has nobody that can do that. That's
Right.
what he's saying. Like, it's gonna create a
screw
major.
recruiting.
You see,
All the big colleges are gonna have so much.
if these
But the contrary argument to that would be like, it's probably going on already anyway.
well, okay. This is
Now
my
at least
thing.
it's out in the open. That's what people that afford.
This is my thing talking about paying players in college. And I understand people bitch about this, but first of all, you're getting a free education. I understand you won't use it, but you're getting a free education. Let's also hear this out. Somebody went at Tebow when he went on his
Can I
rant.
play the Tebow
Yeah,
clip?
play the Tebow
Yeah.
clip.
I feel like I have a little credibility and knowledge about this because when I was at the University of Florida, I think my jersey was one of the top selling jerseys around the world. It was like Kobe, LeBron, and then I was right behind them, and I didn't make a dollar from it. But nor did I want to, because I knew going into college what it was all about. I knew going to Florida, my dream school, where I wanted to go, the passion for it, and if I could support my team, support my college, support my university, that's what it's all about. But now we're changing it from us, from my university, from being an alumni where I care, which makes college football and college sports special, to then, okay, it's not about us, it's not about we, it's just about me. And yes, I know we live in a selfish culture where it's all about us, but we're just adding and piling it onto that, where it changes what's special about college football. We turn it into the NFL, where who has the most money, that's where you go. That's why people are more passionate about college sports than they are about NFL. That's why the stadiums are bigger in college than they are in the NFL, because it's about your team, it's about your university, it's about where my family wanted to go, it's about where my grandfather had a dream of seeing Florida win an SEC championship, and you're taking that away so that young kids can earn $1. And that's just not where I feel like college football needs to go. There's that opportunity in the NFL, but not in college football.
I love how
He's always so passionate.
as he was
Yeah.
stating his point, somebody tried stopping him because
that's
they
Max
knew
Kellerman, yeah.
they knew that
But like, I
he's
100
saying too
yeah,
much.
I 100% agree. Like, I mean, all three of us played baseball growing up. I'm sure, like, we all wanted to play for LSU just because
Right.
we didn't want to get paid to play at LSU.
No.
We just wanted because like that's
This
everybody
is-
loves
look,
LSU.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's where everybody wants to play.
I'm gonna tell you what I saw, and you can take it how you leave it, viewer, listener. You can believe whatever you want. I'm telling you my opinion on this.
Like, I'm sure
Somebody-
Lance would play center for LSU, and you wouldn't have to pay him a dime.
No, you wouldn't have to pay me. I don't think you'd have to pay me for Drew Brees to touch my balls.
wait.
At all.
I love Drew Brees. He ain't touching my balls, bro.
Dude, if
with,
he
with the thumb,
if
with
he
the
has to
thumb?
go under there, to take a snap from me, I don't think you have to pay
Oh,
me.
you talking about? I thought you talking
Yeah.
about
I
like
thought you was just mean like
tickling your
No,
touch-
yeah, no, fucking yeah. Drew Brees, me in the locker room. Yeah, no, you idiots.
Hey,
I'm talking
Brees,
about
you
on
wanna
the
tick-
field.
Hey,
You
that
wanna
kind of
tick-
weird.
you want
right
to tickle
there.
my pickle?
talking about on the field, you
Brees,
idiots.
come over here.
Either way, going back to the pay in the college athletes. Tim Tebow, it was quoted on this rant from Tim Tebow. Somebody quoted it and was like, well, not all of us have family that can pay for shit,
Yes,
Mr.
yeah.
Tim.
And I was
And
gonna
I
say
said,
that.
time out. Let's scroll down and see what this guy has to say, because he had a whole nother rant under it. He was like, we have apartment bills. We have
No, you don't.
he said apartment bills. He was like, I gotta pay my gas for this. I gotta pay. He said like apartment. You gotta pay your gas, and then he said something else about he was talking about like food and stuff like that. I said, whoa, time out, bud. If you would live on campus, it's free. You get free electricity. You get a free shower. You get a free internet. You get free food from the campus.
You even get free TV.
All athletic departments can get food whenever they need to. Like, you can go to your coach and be like, Coach, I literally have nothing to eat, and they will find you a way to eat.
No, in the new LSU Ops building, that new cafeteria, that's for all athletes. You can go there at any time and eat.
I was talking
He's talking about like more lower level.
Lower colleges. Yeah. Lower colleges, like, you can go to your coach. It can be a community college. You can go to your coach if you're out of state and be like, Coach, I have no money. I really need something to eat right now.
Those coaches
and that coach might take it out of his own wallet
and he'll pay for like a whole 2 weeks of it,
of something like that. And
ex Nigel, he'll tell you.
Good old Nigel. But man, I mean,
you were supposed to be here tonight, Nigel.
You were supposed to be here tonight. But either way, if people would do things the right way, there wouldn't be this problem of them not having money. Because you don't have to pay gas if you live on campus, because you just fucking walk or you take the bus. Because LSU has a bus that drives you everywhere. The bus even drives you off campus to a Canes.
Yeah. I could tell you right now, living on campus is a lot better than.
Plus, you can file for loans.
You can file for loans.
That
and
if you're a second round draft pick, you can pay off.
That you can pay off. That like. There's so many ways to do it, but people just want to bitch. Yeah. And I understand. My dad made a good point about this too, because my dad is the president of his local for the union on the port. Uh-huh. His job is to defend the union members if something is wrong, like defend the working people if something is wrong in the upper level.
Right.
His statement was about the players. He was like, the only reason I believe they should get paid is because of injuries. Yeah. Because you don't know if you're gonna make it to the league.
There still are insurance policies.
And right. I understand there's insurance policies and everything like that, but that's the only side of the argument that I understand from everybody asking to get paid. The whole bills bullshit because you decided to live off campus and then you have to drive to practice every day. That's why you have to pay your gas bill. That's your fault. You brought that upon yourself. I'm sorry, but you did.
LSU's dorms are probably nicer than most people's houses.
The only
athletic
way,
dorms.
Yeah, the athletic dorms. The only way you should literally ever get any money from the NCAA is if you're this top prospect and you get hurt.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I also believe they shouldn't even get that money.
They should put in a policy with the NCAA.
Yeah, but
with some type of policy.
Well, I was about to say
with like a mock draft from before the season.
Wasn't Fournette's insurance policy like $20 million?
Yeah, something like that.
Like if he got hurt, he got $20 million.
But
Jake Butt had the tight end from
there
Michigan
needs to be some sort of policy that you can only give out so much money here and there, kind of like the scholarship. You know how you only get so many scholarships? The NCAA, if we're going to pay players, you got to put it throughout the entire NCAA, and you're going to have to be like, look, guys, you only get X amount of dollars in insurance money. You give the money to who you want to. And if any other third-party money comes from anywhere else, it's illegal. But, like, let's say, let's just take Tua, for example. Let's say Ed Orgeron's recruiting Tua and Nick Saban's recruiting Tua, right? If Nick Saban goes to Tua and he's like, hey, you can come win rings here and I'll give you, I know it won't be this, but I'll give you $1,000 in insurance money. But Orgeron says, I'll give you $3,000 in insurance money. That's legal. But if Nick Saban says, I'll give you $1,000 in insurance money, but the barbecue place down the road is going to pay your $1 million if you come here, that's illegal. Yeah. So I think...
Which 100% goes on.
If
you look at Alabama and LSU players, they all have the same cars somehow. They all drive Dodges and stuff.
But either way...
Just saying.
If we're going to pay the players, there needs to be a policy around it. You can't just go out and be like, hey, if you come to this California school, we'll give you $5 compared to going to another school where they don't give you nothing. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't. It can't literally be only in California. You need to do the whole thing. Yeah. There needs to be a policy set up, and I think the NCAA is going the wrong road by letting this happen.
Yeah.
They're trying to
stop it. They're trying to stop it.
Yeah, they need to shut it down.
They've said that like if California does that, their schools will be ineligible for championships.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Yeah. I mean, there should be consequences to people being able to get paid.
Yeah, what they're trying to do though is make money off your likeness, which like I agree with to a certain extent, because if you let that schools in Los Angeles are going to have a better chance because they're going to have more businesses around there that will that will give you money. Like
right.
Baton Rouge only's got so many businesses.
There's only so much stuff.
In Tuscaloosa, there's only so many businesses.
We
Louisiana
have
Tech,
boosters.
yeah.
We have boosters, but it's not endorsements. It's a mess. For right now, I say we shouldn't pay players until they come up with some sort of insurance policy. And the only way you should get any money.
What kind of divide does that make in a locker room when Grant Delpit's got all this?
Grant Delpit's got all this money, but the walk-on has nothing.
Yeah, it's going to be just like an NFL locker room.
Don't get me wrong. Now, Grant Delpit probably has a better chance to play in the NFL, but that walk-on guy still has the same shot. He still goes on the same field. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody does.
Now, Delpit has a very, very much higher chance.
He has a higher chance, but
I just don't want the passion of college football to go away.
It's going to. I'm sorry, it is.
If they start playing,
if they keep up with the pay,
you're gonna have hot dogs and stuff like that.
You have weenies named after Grant Delpit.
So we wrapping this one up.
Yeah, let's wrap
fellas,
it up.
It's been good. Episode 6.
It's a Prussian episode.
We're improving every week, I think.
Thank y'all. Thank everybody for listening. That
Subscribe
keeps coming back. Subscribe to everything, dude.
Like everything.
Okay, so
follow us on
Anchor,
Twitter.
Follow us Twitter.
So we are now on Anchor. It is our hosting site. It distributes all over the place. We're now on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Breaker. Apple Podcast is coming soon. We will update y'all when that comes. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the Bayou Boys Podcast. And we're subscribed to our Facebook page. Go check us out on there. It comes with all the links to our Twitter, Facebook, not Facebook, obviously, Instagram, and then every link to YouTube, where our podcast is on. Follow us on Twitter @BoysBayou, and you can, I guess, just share all of our stuff on there. And yeah. We love doing this for y'all, and we need y'all to keep supporting so we can keep doing this.
Subscribe, like, follow us, or we'll find you, and we'll force you to do it.
Force you. We'll take it.
Look at me in the eyes.
I'll just kill you.
Oh. Okay. That's time to wrap it up there. FBI.
All right, guys.
Peace out.
Laters.
Laters.
Love you.
Oh.